What up, though? It's your girl, She's Too Quiet, and welcome back to the She's Too Quiet podcast. This podcast is for the ones who've been overlooked, underestimated, or simply too quiet for the noise of this world. I'm Tania, a fellow introvert and woman of faith, inviting you to find strength in stillness, clarity in solitude, and purpose in your quiet voice. Every episode, you'll hear reflections, devotions, and quiet confessions that remind you don't have to be loud to be powerful. And if you're listening, you're already a part of the Quiet Power Club, a space where we celebrate gentle strength and the God who meets us in the silence. Let's get into it. What up, though? Happy Friday. It is officially the end of the week. I hope you had a great week. I hope you had an even better start of the new year. I know most of us may have attended watch night service at our respective houses of worship. I hope you had a great watch night. Maybe you spent time with family and friends at the crib. I hope y'all enjoyed yourselves, and even those who may be solo dolo. Maybe you just, kicked your feet up, had a nice time with you and the Lord as you brought in the new year. I went to watch night. One of my friends that we used to go to the same church together a while ago, we actually met up and spent watch night together. It was a great time, great seeing her. And all in all, I had a great, smooth transition from 2025 to 2026. And I hope everything went well for you. So today's episode is called The Year That Didn't Break You. How many of you are excited for the end of 2025? I am. For me, this year hasn't been terrible. Thank the Lord. Sometimes no news is good news, and I'm just finding peace in that. And I'm continuing that spirit into 2026. I'm just grateful, and I need to learn to be content in whatever state that I'm in. And I am truly embracing that for 2026. And I just want to give God room. I want to give him room to do whatever he wants to do in my life. And I hope you allow God to do the same in yours. So if you're someone who doesn't process things out loud, if you carry things internally, maybe replay conversations in your head and try to make sense of emotions privately, this episode is for you. So today, my quiet confession is I don't need the future to be loud or perfect. I just need it to be held in the hands of God. To be honest, in 2025, some lessons took longer than we expected. Am I right? Some prayers changed us before they changed our circumstances, and some things we lost but never spoke about. We kept going. I'm trusting that God will carry what we couldn't resolve in 2025. If you are like me and maybe your hope feels a little small right now, still believe. Sometimes we downplay our own pain because we don't feel like it was dramatic enough to talk about. Sometimes we unconsciously keep moving forward instead of stopping to just feel. Sometimes we also carry emotional weight silently while appearing to be fine. I don't want you to forget how you showed up in 2025. I mean, you went to work, you served in church, and you stayed consistent. You didn't fall apart, you endured. I want you to find some time today to just pause, whether that's after work, in your car driving home, going to and from your destinations. I want you to ask yourself, how am I really doing? For some of you, this year changed you. Change doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes change could be a little tough. It can show up as emotional fatigue. It can be loss of excitement for things that you once loved. And it can even cause you to retreat instead of reaching out. But here's the honest truth. You don't need a dramatic testimony for your year to matter. You grew this year in some form or fashion, even if nothing went entirely wrong. For some of you, this year gave you something, even if it wasn't what you truly wanted or hoped for. For us perfectionists, if you're trying to evaluate your year like a report card, let's stop. Okay. Report cards are over. It was not, for some of us, a pass or fail year. As perfectionists, we measure the year by the goals we've achieved. Especially if you were like me and you made a vision board, maybe you're looking over it, trying to see what you finished, what you didn't start, all of that. Let's not struggle to celebrate our growth. Do not feel guilty for not maximizing your time or opportunities. Although you may have not accomplished everything you planned, you've learned how to say no. You've learned how to rest without explanation. And you've learned how to be honest with God about your disappointments. Growth that happens internally still counts. For some of you, this year took some things. Some losses you took this year didn't come with huge announcements to the world. Till this day, maybe some people don't even know what you've lost. Some of you may have lost a relationship that slowly faded. Maybe your confidence eroded. Maybe you've lost a version of yourself that felt more hopeful. Some lost a family member or a loved one. Here's an important truth to remember. Unspoken grief still shapes you. You may not have cried publicly or explained what you've lost, but God still sees everything you went through. He will continue to walk with you through the healing process. As we embark on 2026, I encourage you to go ahead and close this chapter. I know we may have a habit of carrying unfinished projects or thoughts and feelings we haven't quite sorted through. That's okay. You may not have finished, you may not have a resolve. Close the chapter. Someone listening right now may be wanting clarity, total healing, or even a defined direction. I encourage you to learn to live faithfully without all the answers. You need compassion for where you are and trust that the God of the universe has everything under control. If you have a few moments of reflection today, or you have time for a journal prompt, I do have something to think about. If this year wasn't a failure or success, what lessons did life teach you? Lastly, before I close out this episode, I want to leave you with this final thought. Hope doesn't have to feel exciting to be real. As 2026 unfolds, I hope you have the willingness to try again and remain open to God doing something different in your life. Thank you for spending a few quiet moments with me today. I want to offer you a song that fits perfectly with this episode. It's called More Than Enough by Ryan Ellis and Vasi. If this episode spoke to you, make sure you follow me on social media, subscribe on YouTube, and of course you can find She's Too Quiet anywhere podcasts are found. Don't forget to do two things, that's love God and love people. This is for the soft-spoken and deeply felt. Until next time.